You see both of us. No, you can't get the. Turn the laptop that way a little bit. Not pull. I didn't say pull. I said twist. You know the difference. No, the other way, Teresa. This way. Okay. Now then, set your camera up.
So, start now.
Well, you tell me when I need to start talking. You have to fix that camera. Are you ready?
Okay.
I'm going to show this on the camera, my card.
I put in my Facebook is learning CPR and AED. That's
Sure.
all.
Well, it should say the same thing that says. In parentheses, dash, or space, parentheses, space, defibrillator, They can't hear me right now, can they, Teresa?
No.
Spell defibrillator.
No, I do.
Defibrillator is spelled D.
Spell defibrillator.
I did.
Defibrillator is spelled D-E-F-I-B-R-I-L-L-A-T-O-R.
Dash.
Dash.
To shock the heart.
Shot. Done. That's all.
Space.
Space.
Close the parentheses.
Done.
Okay. And then I'm going to begin with this. Introducing an introduction this time. But make sure you set that up first. We'll stand up and look down at the floor, both of us. You don't want to turn it the other way, sideways? Huh?
No, they're not.
Well, it's not going to get both the mannequins then. Can't see both mannequins. Turn it a little bit to me. Yeah, that way, yeah, okay. Now, turn it back to you. Like that. There you go. That light's too bright in my eyes. Can you turn it down on the floor a little bit? All right, now. All right. If it gets dark, if we pull the light up a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
That's good. What's it going to be on? Is it going to be on this or
This
people in the Philippines are going to see what this.
one.
And I'm going to see it good then. You don't want to turn it this way?
No, cannot.
Okay. Well, that's okay. That's too. Yeah, like that. All right. You stay behind.
So I start.
Listen to me before we start. No. You stay behind here. All right. So they can see you.
Mm-hmm.
When we say we're going to do 2-person CPR, we will probably turn the mannequin like this in front of the camera.
Mm-hmm.
Let me see. Because they probably like this, okay? But when you do compression, when you do the breaths, you will be like not in front of the camera. Get over here. Get down here. You'll be behind the head. Get down. Get right behind the head. No, turn around. Put your hands like this, like that, like that, like that. And hold the head back and give 2 breaths. 1, 2. This will be yours. Don't turn it on the dirty carpet again. Every time it falls on the floor, you get it dirty. And you put it in your mouth. That's called, well, we'll say you'll be behind the head. There's a medical term, and I won't say cephalic position. There's no need. They won't know those big words. All right. Now then, your mask, you just sit it down. and do this, and I can do compressions. And if I say, change, like 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, change, you get 2 breaths, then you come here and I go there. If we cannot be in here because the camera will not see. Okay. I'll try to have this stuff. People can see what we have here.
So we start now.
Wait a minute. Now, if I have to call for something, I just call. I cannot pause anything.
Silent.
I don't know how to say it. If I need you to silent and I have to call, I'll do this. That means for you to silent everything, okay? If I tap you in the leg, you go silent.
Okay.
But it's still recording, right?
Yeah.
Well, this is good picture here, but that's bad.
It's fine.
All right, you ready?
Yeah. Is that now?
Then you come here so I can introduce you.
Sige. Okay. I put now.
Both of them.
Yeah.
Hello, everyone. Once again, this is my wife Teresa, and I'm Michael. And today I am here to explain and teach to Teresa and to everyone that's watching about CPR. C like cat, P like Paul, R like Robert, CPR, and how to use the AED. The AED is a defibrillator, and that will be a little machine that's behind me, and it will shock the heart. We will talk about that later, how to use an AED or a defibrillator to shock the heart. Again, I am Michael, this is Teresa. CPR is something that has been around for many, many years, from probably the early 1950s. It stands for cardiopulmonary resuscitation. That's a big medical term. Cardiopulmonary resuscitation. And we just make it short by the letters CPR. Cardio means heart. Your heart is cardio. Pulmonary means your lungs, your right and left lung for breathing. And resuscitation means we are trying to save someone's life who has had a heart attack, someone that may have had an injury, accident, a gunshot, a stabbing, a car accident, a motor scooter accident, tricycle accident, or like I say, just a heart attack. And so that's why we need to perform CPR. We are their heart. Their heart has stopped beating. There is no heartbeat. So we are going to be the heart. We must push on their heart. When we push on the heart of someone who has died and we want to try to save their life right away, we must push on the chest. And this is called compressions. Compressions, CPR, cardiopulmonary resuscitation. That means we are pushing on their chest, on their heart, and we are giving 2 breaths each time. We will do 30 chest push, 30 compressions, and 2 breaths. We call ventilations. So 30 compressions and 2 ventilations. That means we're breathing for this person because they are dead. This is for someone that has an accident like that, and you are right there and can help them right away. This is not for someone who has been laying here all day. This is something that has happened in the last few minutes, and you only have minutes to work and begin CPR to try to save a life. I have my own business. It is called USACPRpros.com. You can look me up, see me teaching, USACPRpros.com. You can look me up and see me teaching on the internet. I teach for a nursing school and for doctor offices and dental offices. If you do not have a mask to give the breaths, then do not give the breaths. You do not want to put your mouth on someone else's mouth because there are many diseases, not just COVID, but there are many other diseases that you could get from someone's mouth if you do not have a mask. So the mask is to give breaths and to protect you from any kind of disease transmission. That means you do not want to pick up a disease by blowing into someone's mouth. I also have on this mannequin that we will do CPR on today, a plastic valve. And this plastic little bag is put inside the chest. And inside this chest, I have this plastic bag on the mouth. So that is my barrier. This plastic bag is a barrier. I can blow and it will protect me. Or I can use this. When you blow into the person to give breaths like this, you just want to blow enough air to see their chest rise. You give, in CPR, we give 30 chest push, 30 compressions, and then 2 ventilations. If it is a child, we do the same thing, 30 chest compressions and 2 ventilations, pushing on the chest 30 times and giving 2 breaths into their mouth if you have a barrier, a mask. If you're at the beach or a swimming pool and you found someone who has just gone underwater and pull them out like a drowning situation, you can take a t-shirt and put over the mouth. Grab a t-shirt and lay over the mouth and maybe use that for a barrier if you want to do that. If not, we just do what is called hands-only compressions. That means we're not counting to 30, we're just pushing. And the way you want to do the compressions, do the pushing, is we say hard and fast. But you do not want to go too fast like this. You don't want to go too slow like this. You want to go with a nice rhythm, a nice smooth rhythm. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6, like that. Count to 30. We're going to be doing 30 compressions, 2 ventilations for about 2 minutes. You do this for about 2 minutes. And then you can stop and see if you think they have a pulse. You can check a pulse or just see if they are moving. If you see any signs of life, like breathing, if they start breathing or coughing, moving, or if they open their eyes, you stop CPR. Do not do it anymore. If they open their eyes, they may want to sit up. If they are unconscious, they start moving and coughing, and they're unconscious, we just keep their head back so they can breathe. Before we begin CPR, you start with checking around this person to make sure that the scene is safe. You want to make sure you have a safe scene. That means if they have a motorbike accident or tricycle accident on the road, then you make sure you're not getting run over by other cars. It's very dangerous on the highway and the roads. Make sure you keep yourself safe. If you're around a house and at home and the floor is a hard, like tile floor, if you have tile or stone, make sure that there is no water on the floor. If the floor is slippery, you must be careful. If someone has passed out and collapsed and fell on the floor, and if they spilled water, a drink, or a mop bucket has turned over, make sure you do not slip and slide and fall and hurt yourself. So always make sure the scene is safe. If someone is unconscious and passed out and the house is on fire, then you must take them quickly outside, away from a burning house. Get them outside to fresh air, and then start CPR, because you don't want to be inside a burning building or house. So make sure the scene is safe. Now, we have a safe scene. Everything is safe here. And someone we just found is down on the floor. So maybe your neighbor collapsed to the ground and had a heart attack. The first thing you want to do is come over and do what we call shake and shout. You never hit anybody on the head. You shake and shout on their shoulders. This is for an adult, and this would be for a child. Let's talk about the ages for just a minute. And we also will talk about infant CPR, which is the baby. Infant CPR will be a baby. Ages matter. An infant is considered 1 year old or less. No more than 1 year old is a baby, an infant. If they're over 1 year of age to about 12 years of age, that is considered a child. After about 12 years of age, that is considered an adult. This is a baby, 1 year old or less. This is a child, about 12 years old. Between 1 and 12 is a child. After 12 years old, we consider that an adult. Okay? So that's your ages. Now, to push on the chest, on the adult, you want to push about, we say 2 inches. What are you using? 2 inches, just like on a ruler, 2 inches into the chest. On the child, we push 2 inches on the chest. On the child, we push 2 inches on the chest. On the infant, we push about 1.5 inches on the chest. So again, an infant, 1 year old or less, push about 1.5 inches on their chest, like this, with 2 thumbs on their chest, right below the nipple line. If it is a child, push 2 inches into the chest. If it is an adult, push 2 inches into the chest. Again, you want to push hard and fast at a smooth rhythm. 30 pushes and 2 breaths. We call that 30 compressions and 2 ventilations. That's CPR. You want to do it for about 2 minutes, unless you see this person or this child or this infant starting to move and breathe. So here's how we're going to get started, keeping it very simple. We will have a mask. Again, if you do not have a mask, you do not give the breast, because you don't want to get a disease. If somebody might be sick or have the flu or a COVID virus or herpes or other diseases that could be transmitted to your mouth. They could be bleeding. If you can get some gloves, put on some gloves. If you do not have gloves available, just do the best you can. Now, again, it's safe. There's nothing to cause Teresa or me any harm. There's no fire. There's no slippery floor. So we found someone on the floor, right? Or you find someone outside or at the ocean, on the beach. You go to them real quick and say, if this is a man, sir, are you okay? Sir, are you okay? We call that shake and shout to see if they are sleeping or if they are unconscious, unresponsive. Sir, are you okay? Are you okay? They are not okay. I asked Teresa to go call emergency number 911. She will do that. And when the emergency comes, the ambulance, they will bring their defibrillator. I know there are not a lot of defibrillators in the Philippines, but some of the emergency 911 EMS, emergency medical services, may have a defibrillator. So what we're going to do is, are you okay? Are you okay? Teresa, this person is unconscious. So she will call 911. She's going to also practice. Teresa will be practicing on we're both doing an adult. Okay, so Teresa has adult, I have an adult. We're going to practice adults first, then we will practice child, then we will practice infant. Okay, so we're doing the same thing at the same time. All right, are you ready to get started, Teresa? All right, now she's going to do exactly what I do, and we'll try to speak up so you can all hear. So we found someone collapsed, like an accident, okay, or on the beach. All right, are you ready? So we go, are you okay? Are you okay? Okay, they're not okay, so we ask someone to go call 911. Now, we're going to open the head, turn the head back, open their airway so they can breathe. And we are going to check to see if we see any breathing. They're not breathing. They look dead. They look lifeless. Then we're going to start CPR. Now, you can't check their heartbeat by checking two fingers right here on the neck, on the side of the, on their side of their neck. The trachea is your breathing tube. That's where you breathe, is through the trachea. That's a medical term. The trachea is right here in the center. You check a pulse on the side of the neck, but you do not waste time. If you don't feel any heartbeat, then we start CPR. We can count to 10, and after that, if we don't feel a heartbeat, we begin the compressions, pushing on the chest. 1, 1,000, 2, 1,000, 3, 1,000, 4, 1,000, 5, 1,000, 6, 1,000, 7, 1,000, 8, 1,000, 9, 1,000, 10, 1,000. This person has no pulse. They look dead. So we begin CPR. The way you do that, use the heel of your hand right here on the center of their chest, between the breast, on the sternum, what I call solid ground on the hard part of the chest, the sternum, between the breast. You lock your elbows, you square your shoulders over their body. You do not do it from the side. You do it straight up and down. 30 compressions, pushing 2 inches into their chest 30 times, and then give 2 breaths. We will do this 5 times. We call that 5 cycles. And then we will stop and check the pulse again to see if they have a heartbeat. Are you ready?
Yes.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. We will quickly use our mask. 2 breaths. 1, 2. Give 2 breaths. And then Go back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 30. I'm going to use my plastic. 1, 2. See that chest rise. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. 1, 2. Each breath is about 1 second. Each breath.
7,
9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 28, 29, 30. I need that. 1, 2 breaths. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 1, 2, 3, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. 2 breaths. 1, 2. Now I hold the head back. Teresa and I hold their head back, keep their air open and their breathing open. And we're checking, feeling for a pulse. If you do not feel a pulse, you keep going. You continue doing CPR. If I feel a heartbeat, they look like they are breathing and blood is circulating. They have a heartbeat. We just keep the head back, airway open, and fingers right here on the side of the neck. We call that the carotid artery. The carotid artery is where we feel a heartbeat. And we wait on 911. Now we're going to pull you over a little bit into the camera better. And so you both be up here in the camera a little bit like that. Come over this way a little bit with your mask. You scoot this way. There we go. Now, all right. The same thing. Let's say we have a child. A child. Remember, the age of a child is between 1 year old and about 12 years old. So now these are our child. Teresa may have a child. Someone got hurt on a motorbike accident, and this child may be riding on the back of the motorbike. It crashed. The child is hurt. The driver of the motorbike is right here, is hurt. They're both injured. They both had bad injuries. And so we come real quick, and if you have gloves, you put gloves on. If you don't, you do the best you can. We come up to them and say, "Are you okay? Are you okay?" Teresa has a child that's 6 years old. I have a driver of the motorbike that is 18 years old. I'm sorry. These are children. So hers is 6 years old. Mine was driving the motorbike was, we'll say, 10 years old. All right. So now, are you okay? Are you okay? They are unconscious. Somebody needs to call the 911. We're going to hold the head back. That opens their airway so they can breathe. We're going to feel to see if we feel a heartbeat. 1, 1,000, 2, 1,000, 3, 1,000, 4, 1,000, 5, 1,000, 6, 1,000, 7, 1,000, 8, 1,000, 9, 1,000, 10, 1,000. They have no pulse. Lock your fingers together. Heel of the hand on the center of the chest. A pushing again on this child 2 inches into the chest. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 28, 29, 30. 2 breaths. We're doing 5 cycles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 29, 30. 2 breaths. Let's see, this is number 3, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 28, 29, 30. 2 breaths. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 28, 9, 30. 2 breaths. That number 4 or 5. One more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 28, 29, 30. And 2 breaths. See the chest rise. Keep the head back. Oh, good. They have a pulse. They are breathing. We keep their airway open and wait on the EMS. If at any time you think their heart stops, then you must continue. Keep doing CPR. Again, if you do not have a mask, then you do not have to blow air into anyone. You just want to keep circulating that blood. You are their heart. You are pushing on their chest, which you are compressing, pushing down on the chest, squeezing the heart against the backbone, against the hard surface of the floor. Okay, they must be on a firm surface, a hard surface like a floor. If they are in a chair, leaning over in a chair, or if they're on a sofa, you must quickly put them down on the floor. And when you do, you support their head and neck so you don't injure their head and neck. Get them on the floor off a sofa if they're at home and something is wrong. So you can check on them and start CPR if you need to. You cannot be on a sofa or a bed. It's too spongy, too soft. That is child CPR. The rules, the American Heart Association and the American Red Cross say that we push, and the ASHE program, American Safety and Health Institute. Those are 3 organizations I teach CPR for. I used to be respiratory therapy. I am still licensed respiratory therapy. So I've been in the medical field and done this for many years. And I have dealt with other accidents outside of the hospital and dealt with like a drowning before. Now, the American Heart Association and all the other associations say you want to push hard and fast. That is like we're counting 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5. They say we are to push 100 to 120. We call compressions each minute. We must push on their chest 100 to 120 times each minute. That's why they say hard and fast. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5, like that. That is hard and fast. Okay? That is how you do a child CPR. Again, remember your ages. If a baby is 1 year old or less, that is an infant or a baby, 1 year old or less. If that little child now, if it's not an infant and it's 1.5 years old or 2 years old, that is considered a child, all the way to 12 years old. And if you have a small child, let's say this little baby is 1.5 years old or 2 years old, that's a child. If he's 1 year old or she is 1 year old, you push. You can push with one hand and keep the little head, their airway open. Just do not tilt the head back too far and hurt their little neck. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, like that. That's one-handed child CPR. If the child, you don't have that kind of strength, then you can do two-hand child CPR. Okay, if the child is older, older than 12 years old, now it's an adult, considered an adult. Again, two hands. Or if the child is older, an older child, you do two hands. So you can use two hands on an older child, two hands on the adult. On the smaller child, you can use one hand. And on an infant, if it is an infant less than 1 year old, you do two thumbs encircling hands, or two hands encircling thumbs, like that. Wrap your fingers around the baby's body, like that, underneath the arms, not over the arms, under the arms, and do the compressions like that. Okay, that's for an infant. So now we're going to move our child out of the way and talk about infant CPR. If you have an infant, you really don't want to be on the floor with a baby. You would want to be on a table, not on the floor, unless that's the only place. If something happened to a little baby, you pick it up, take it to this table, pull the table forward like this, and we would work right here. Okay? And so with the infant or a baby, it's the same thing. Infant means baby, less than 1 year old. What you want to do is be gentle. You do not shake them. You gently tap on their shoulders, on their feet, and say, baby, are you okay? Baby, baby, are you okay? If you know the baby's name, or anytime you know the person's name, if it's your neighbor, it might be John, a George, a Susie, okay? Helen, something like that. You can use their name. If you know the baby's name, Susie, Susie, are you okay? You okay? The little baby Susie is unconscious. Teresa would call 911. You also never turn back their little head too much. You don't want to raise the shoulders up like that off the table. That will hurt the neck. Just little head tilt. We just blow little breaths into a baby. Little breaths. Small puffs. Okay? Like blowing out a candle. Little puffs, not hard, because they have very small, delicate lungs. And you could damage their lungs if you blow too hard. It would be like blowing a balloon up. And if you blow up a balloon too far, pop. It's going to explode and pop. Same thing with the baby's lungs. You could damage and pop the lung. And so you don't want to do that. Blow little puffs with a mask or like a t-shirt or a bath cloth. We, again, just want to scan their little body. If they look lifeless, they look dead, we begin CPR. Two hands like this. Okay, there's some other medical terms I'm not going to get into in checking a baby's pulse. We just say if they look dead, they look lifeless, you begin CPR. We're not going to get into all that. We're just going to go like this. If they look lifeless, they look dead, you begin CPR. Again, we're just going to tap. Baby, baby, you okay? You okay? This baby is unconscious. She's going to call 911. Teresa will call 911. Get an ambulance on the way. And then I'm going to open the little airway. I don't see any breathing. And they look dead, lifeless. So I will begin CPR by myself. By myself, with an infant, a child, or adult, it is 30 to 2. 30 chest compressions, 2 ventilations. Teresa will pretend is not here. By myself, it's 30 to 2. Now, when Teresa comes and arrives to help me out, I will change my compressions and go 15 to 2. That's the same thing we do with a child. If Teresa and I are working on the child together, then it's 15 to 2. Okay, sit right there.
Yeah, I read.
And so here we go. Something just happened to the baby. Baby, you okay? You okay? You see me tapping on the shoulders, the feet. Baby's unconscious. Teresa will call 911. All right, I open the little airway. I'm scanning the body. It's not breathing. It looks lifeless. I quickly wrap my hands around the little baby's body, put my thumbs the center of that chest, and begin compressing 30 times. 1, 2, 3, 4. That means I'm pushing on their chest like that. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 30. I gently tilt their head back. I put the little baby mask I have on. Gentle pulse. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 20, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 28, 29, 30. Gentle pulse. That's number 2. 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 1, 2, 3, 4, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29. 3 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8. Here comes Teresa now. She's coming in to help me. She's going to hold the little head back and get her mask on. While she's getting that mask on really quick and getting that head back, she's going to give breaths. 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. And she gives 2 little breaths. While she does that, we're working together. I am not pushing on the chest. I take my thumbs off so she can get air in. Then I go back and start my new count. 30 and 2. 1, 2, 4, 5, 6. I'm sorry, my new count. 15 and 2. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 2 puffs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 2 puffs. All right, that's about 5 cycles. I'm just checking the air and checking, see if it's breathing. If the baby looks like it has a heartbeat or are still lifeless. Baby looks lifeless, we continue CPR. You can check a pulse. That means a heartbeat on an infant. But if you ever do, you use 2 fingers and check their inside of their upper arm. I will get closer so you can see. You can check a pulse on an infant like this. I'm going to pick the baby up a minute and show you. On the inside of the upper arm. Oh, you can back up just a second. On the inside of the upper arm. Okay? 2 fingers inside between the baby's elbow and the shoulder. Not below the elbow. Above the elbow and shoulder. On the inside of the baby's upper arm. That's checking, we call a brachial pulse. Okay? But if you're not comfortable with that, if the baby looks lifeless, looks dead, then you begin CPR. We'll get closer to the camera now, and so maybe you can see it a little bit better. All right, so Teresa is now helping me out. We found a baby. Someone was screaming. Something happened to their baby. We go over there. I tap, baby, are you okay? You okay? Baby's unconscious. Teresa will call 911, or somebody will get the EMS, the emergency medical system going, okay? Emergency medical services. I can check a brachial pulse. Hold the head back. I'm holding the airway open and checking a brachial pulse on this baby's arm on the inside. 1, 1,000, 2, 1,000, 3, 1,004, 1,005, 1,006, 1,007, 1,008, 1,009, 1,010, 1,000. No pulse. I begin compressions. Teresa is going to begin the breaths. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. I relax my thumb so she can get her breaths in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Now she's got the head back. I'm going to check the pulse. Oh, good. I feel a heartbeat. Boom, boom, boom. So we keep that baby's little head airway open, gentle on the neck. We're not going to turn the head back too far. You just want the little chin up, straight up. We call that the neutral position. So the little head is up. That means the airway is open, so the baby can breathe. We have their mouth open. If you let the head down on the baby or adults or child, they can't breathe anymore. So you want to keep that air open, airway open. And that's how you do CPR. We're going to show you a child CPR now with two of us working on this child. Let's get that mannequin right there. Okay. So remember, if you are by yourself, totally alone, doing CPR, and you have an adult, or you have a child, or you have the infant, you do by yourself 30 compressions and 2 ventilations. When working with a child or an infant, and you have 2 people working at the same time, you do 15 compressions, 15 pushes on the chest, and 2 ventilations. If you're working with the adult and there's 2 of us, then we do 30 compressions and 2 ventilations. It does not change. 30 and 2 by yourself with the adult, or 30 and 2 with a helper. 30 and 2 with a child by yourself, 15 and 2 with a helper. 30 and 2 by yourself, 15 and 2 with a helper with the baby. So now we have a child. Now I will start by myself again, and then she will come in and help. So by myself, I found a child down, okay, at the beach. Something's happened, maybe a drowning, and he's on the beach, or she is on the beach. Are you okay? Are you okay? This child is not breathing, is unconscious. Teresa will call 911. I hold the head back. I'm checking the carotid pulse, 2 fingers, checking their heartbeat, 2 fingers on the side of the neck. 8 1000, 9 1000, 10 1000. There is no heartbeat. This child is dead, lifeless. So I want to begin CPR. Heel of the hands, center of the chest, between the breasts. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 20, 1, 2, 3, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. 2 breaths. Maybe you can see that going up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 1, 2, 3, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. Teresa has arrived. I hold my hand up so she can get the air in. Now we change counts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 2 breaths. Go, 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 go. Hurry. 2 breaths, please. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. I'm sorry, 15. I was trying to get Teresa to keep her mask on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Keep my hands up. See chest rise. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. She's going to keep the head back. I'm checking the pulse. We're doing 15 and 2 with 2 people on a child. 15 and 2 with 2 people on a baby. Okay, we have no pulse. This child is still not breathing, does not have a heartbeat. Continue CPR. And we'll show you how to make a change. If you get tired of doing compressions, which you will, you need to make a change. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So I'm getting tired. I'm going to switch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Change. So she gets 2 breaths in, and we will make a change. Quickly make a change. You have about 5 seconds. Go.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. And 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Now we're going to check a pulse. Give the 2 breaths, and Teresa's checking to see if this child has a heartbeat. Good. It has a heartbeat. It's breathing. So we're just going to keep the air open, the airway, and keep her fingers on the pulse while we wait on the 911 or the EMS to arrive and take over. All right. So here are some of the times you stop doing CPR. The number 1 time is whenever you see any signs of life. The number 1 time to stop CPR is if you see the person, the child or the baby, starting to breathe and move or open their eyes. Then you stop CPR and check their pulse. Another time to stop CPR is if your scene becomes unsafe. Let's say you're in a house and there is a fire. Then again, you have to remove them from the house and go outside to fresh air. Or if you're on the side of a road and you need to move them off the road so they don't get run over and you do not get run over, you may have to move them out of the way of traffic. Another time is if you're too tired of doing the compressions, then you just say change or switch. And the person that is giving the 2 breaths will give 2 breaths and then you change. That's all there is. Another time is when a defibrillator, the AED, that's the title of this, CPR and AED. That is a defibrillator. In the Philippines, it will probably be on the ambulance and it would be at the hospital. It depends on your ambulance service and where you live. And if you're in a province and the hospitals there may or may not have one until you get to a larger hospital. The defibrillator is a little computer and it will, as soon as you get this on, you peel the pads and put it on their upper right and their lower left of the chest. It is a little computer designed to see if you have a heartbeat or not. If this person has any, not necessarily a heartbeat, but any electrical activity. We know they don't have a heartbeat. We check a pulse. There's no pulse, but the heart still has some electrical activity. So these pads have pictures. It shows you where to put them. It shows you one pad goes on the upper right above the breast right here. And the other pad goes on the lower left of the chest. Upper right and lower left of the chest. So when you're looking down at this person, you put one on the upper right, one on the lower left, above the breast and below the breast. Upper right and lower left, above the breast, below the breast. Okay? That's what it looks like. We have 2 cameras, videos going. There. And you turn it on. If they are wet, you want to dry them off with a gauze. You get a cloth and dry their body off. If they've had a heart attack, they could be very sweaty. That's one of the signs of a heart attack is a cold sweat or sweaty skin. If they've been pulled out of the ocean or a swimming pool, they will be wet. You must dry off their body up here, just the chest. And the AED, which I know a lot of you will not have one in the Philippines, but a lot of the malls may have, the big shopping centers over there. If you ever have to use one, you just turn it on and do what it says do. It will first analyze to see if it wants to shock the heart. That's in our title, AED. It is a defibrillator designed to shock the heart if the heart needs to be shocked. If it does not need to be shocked, then it will not shock the heart. So you get it on as quick as you can. Dry them off, get them on quick as you can. Just look at the pads and turn it on.
Adult patient. If the patient is not, press pads firmly on skin. Do not touch the patient. Analyzing heart rhythm.
It's analyzing.
Do not touch the patient. Analyzing heart rhythm. Shock advised. Do not touch the patient. Everyone clear.
Everybody stand clear. It wants to shock.
Press the flashing shock button.
This has a button that's flashing.
Press the shock button now.
So you want to press it and she will start
Press the shock
CPR.
button
If they
now.
don't come to when you push this button, you go
Press
right
the shock
into
button now.
CPR.
Shock delivered.
Go.
Begin
1, 2, 3,
CPR.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Go with the clicker. With the clicker. Go with the clicker.
10,
Go, count, go. Go. 1, 2. Go with the clicker. Going too fast.
20, 30. Give 2 breaths.
Go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9,
10,
just count to 10.
20,
You're going too fast.
30. Give 2 breaths.
Go with the counter, please.
10,
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10.
20,
2, 3, 4, 5,
30. Give
Change.
2 breaths.
change. All right. Now she'll get her mask. And I will begin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9,
30.
30.
Give 2 breaths.
Relax my hands. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9,
30.
30.
Give 2 breaths. Stop CPR.
It wants to
Do not
analyze.
touch the patient.
It's time.
Analyzing heart
It
rhythm.
wants to see if they need to be shocked again.
Do not touch the patient. Analyzing heart rhythm.
It's analyzing.
No shock.
Advised. We can check. Hey, we have a pulse. I saw them moving a little bit, starting to breathe. I'm checking. Airway is open, have a pulse. And that's how you do CPR and how you use a defibrillator, an AED, if you have one available. You just turn it on and do what it says, okay? And they can be used on infants, on child, and on adults. I'm going to show you the pads again because this pad will show you it can go on the upper right or on the baby, front and the back. On the front and the back of a baby or small child, it can go on the upper right or the lower left of an older child or an adult. I will show you real quick. I don't need that one. I will show you really quick. We have a new defibrillator today, so that's what we're using. If this was a small child or an infant, a small child could be 1 year old, 2 years old, or an infant, a baby. It goes on the front and on the back. And it would turn on, you turn it on, and again, listen and do what it says do, okay? And if it says shock the heart, I'm going to turn it on.
Adult patient. Child patient.
This is a child now. Right?
10,
You would do CPR like that. Like that.
20,
I'm just holding it up.
30.
Like
Give
that.
2 breaths.
And 2 breaths. I'm going to turn it off. And that's how you would do a infant or baby CPR with the defibrillator. Again, I know we're doing this trying to help those in the Philippines to learn CPR. And most of the time, you will not have a defibrillator readily available. But that's how you work one. You must just make sure they're not wet and turn on the defibrillator and follow what it says to do. Let me try to turn this on real quick again. Let's see if it's going to talk to me.
Adult patient.
Okay. It will tell you to attach the pads if the pads are not attached. Okay. And if the pads have not been put on the patient,
10,
let's see. I'm going to try it. Well, that's not doing it right now. It will tell you if the pads are not on there. And then you must attach the pads. You follow what it says to do. Okay. But again, CPR for you in the Philippines is the main thing to remember. Is if someone looks lifeless, dead, you want to begin doing the compressions as soon as possible. Whether it is a baby, whether it is a child, or whether it is an adult, okay? You are the heart. You're trying to save a life. You are the one that will be pushing on the heart, compressing on the heart, 2 inches into the chest, and that means you are circulating the blood throughout their body, going to their brain, to their heart, their lungs, the liver, all the vital organs. It's going to all the organs. And you want to keep that blood circulating. And the blood, you're circulating the blood by compressing. That means by pushing onto the chest. And the blood does carry some oxygen. And when we're giving the breaths, we are giving some oxygen. If you have no mask, then do not worry. That's okay. No breathing, just do compressions. Now, if we have no mask, Teresa can get behind the head and just keep the head back. Keep the airway open for me, like that. If at any time the person, the baby, the child, or an adult throws up and vomits, you want to roll them over and sweep their mouth out quickly and go back to CPR, back to giving the cardiopulmonary resuscitation. Again, CPR stands for cardiopulmonary resuscitation. That means cardio means the heart. Pulmonary means the lungs. You have lungs on the right and left side. And so when you're giving those breaths, you're giving some oxygen and you're circulating it. The oxygen is going into the bloodstream and you're circulating the blood by compressing on the heart, trying to keep this person or this child or this baby alive until help arrives, medical help arrives, okay? So I think that's about all. I hope you all could understand me tonight. Again, I'm Michael. This is my wife, Teresa, and we've been teaching her and you how to do CPR. And hopefully you never need it, but if you have to do this, remember, do not waste time starting CPR on someone that's just had an accident or a heart attack and gone unresponsive. Okay? I think that's all we have for right now. And hopefully y'all have a very good day, everyone.
That?
Finished.
Okay. Ayan, tapos na. Tapos na ang aking training at sa inyo din. Bye!
Bye-bye.
Bye guys! We're done! Thanks for watching! Binalik lang po niya yung kahapon kasi hindi siya nagmamadali kasi siya. Kaya ngayon, lang, ano ba yun? Parang, tawag dito? Yung, slowly niya, pag explain. Kasi, sabi ko kahapon, wala ako naintindihan. Ang bilis niya. Oo. Sana po naintindihan nyo. May napulot kayong aral sa gabing ito. Bukas na naman, may live na naman ako. Yung about sa choking tomorrow.
Yes, and we'll talk a little more about the defibrillator.
Yeah, the fibrillator.
Defibrillator.
Yeah, fibrillator. Tomorrow we talk about
I have a few more things to talk about.
Yeah, and also choking. Yung
responsive and unresponsive.
Oh, yung responsive at saka unresponsive. Yung hindi na yun na hindi na yung para sa atin na wala na. Kaya alam nila yung paano nila yun gagawin. Oo. Dahil walang alam, nga. Oo. Buti naman. May ako. May asawa akong marunong. Kaya tinuruan niya po ako, tapos nila-live ko din. Para makita ko din kung paano nagawa. Kasi baka makalimutan ko at least meron. Sige guys, thanks for... Oy, shout out Bando Ripi at Dodong Bando. Ayan. Nanood kayo dyan. Salamat naman. Nawala na sila. Hindi naman sila nag-comment. Na isa lang nakatambay. Guys, yan lang po at saka mag-bye-bye na ako kasi wala naman, pag nag-continue ito mag-live tapos wala naman akong may turo. Basta, ang may natutunan ako sa asawa ko yung paano mag CPR ng taong lulunod, na CPR, kailangan i-CPR natin yun. Sa atin, sa Pilipinas, wala tayong alam. Tapos, tawag dito? Yung pag tumawag tayo ng ambulance, hindi agad-agad na may yung tawag dito, yung ambulance tagal dumating, ganun. At least marunong na tayo. Kasi ako bibigyan din ako ng tawag dito, certificate ng asawa ko para pag hindi natin alam, hindi natin alam sa sunod ang aksidente, hindi natin alam. Kaya nagpaturo talaga ako niya, tapos para din matuto kayo, kaya nila-live ko dito. Para may matutunan din tayo, 'di ba? O gano'n lang. Tapos ano tawag dito, yung bukas yung vomit o yung paano mo save yung life sa isang tao 'pag nabulunan. Tayo iba, bigyan ng tubig, sa kanila iba may wala tayong alam. Ang alam ko bigyan lang ng tubig, Diyos ko day. Okey, salamat. Yan lang po, bye-bye. Sana may natutunan tayo dito 'no. Mag-type na lang ako. Bye-bye. Mag-bye-bye na ako guys kasi may gagawin pa ako tapos ano, um, mag mag-ayos pa ako ng ano, inaayos ko pa yung ano ba yung tawag dito, yung ibalik ko pa yan sa lagayan. Kaya bye-bye guys.